All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Hardwork Bad Decisions, the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it. I'm with my boy Alonzo Adams. How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great.
All right,
Can't
bro.
wait.
So on May 1st, we can get straight into it. On May 1st, you're gonna have your MMA debut fight for Sparta. How are you feeling about that?
Man, feels like a long time coming, honestly. I mean, I've been waiting to get into the cage, so.
Okay.
um,
So talk a little bit about your background. What's your background?
so I started wrestling in high school, my junior year, actually. I wrestled for 2 years, and I picked up quick on it. I mean, it was something that, like, I enjoyed immediately, and just that challenge and that, that fight. And, so after that, I mean, I took a break for a while. I joined the military, and I did combatives here and there in the military, but nothing too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And around last year, I started training MMA for real, being in the gym every day. So.
Okay. So you was in the army.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for your service. What did you do for the army?
I was a Calf Scout, 19 Delta.
19 Delta.
Yeah.
I have a special relationship with 19 Delta. I'll tell you that story one day, but go ahead. So you was a cavalry scout and you did that for how long?
Yeah, I was an airborne Calf Scout, so I did that for about 5 years, actually.
Yeah.
I deployed to Kosovo twice.
Okay. Wait, so you was airborne?
Yeah.
Man, okay, so on my bucket list, one of my things is skydiving.
Sir.
Are you down to do that with me?
Yeah, of course. I've always wanted to do skydiving because, I mean, airborne is cool and all, but, you're not really free falling for that long. So I definitely want to, get that adrenaline from free falling. I don't know how long they do skydiving.
Bro, man, just saying it gives me anxiety. Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so now you're with us with Victory MMA, and you started with us, I think, probably like, I don't know, January, February?
Yeah, February.
And initially seeing you, you became actually a really great training partner for my son. I saw the talent, I saw the hard work and determination, and I even saw one of your, you got like a fight video on your Instagram page, and it showed me like you got some heart, you got some hands. So tell me something about why does MMA speak to you? Why do you want to do this?
It's just that fight that you have for that short period of time where you can just let it all out, where nothing else matters. You don't got to worry about your car payment, your phone bill, nothing.
Girls, kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's that person right in front of you, and they trying to beat you, and that's the only thing that's in front of you. You just let it all out right there.
That's actually pretty dope. That's probably one of the dopest answers I've heard, because you do have the opportunity to live in the moment. I mean, because you gotta be focused. You got another person trying to kick your head off into the third row. So you gotta be 100% focused, and everything else just becomes bullshit. I totally respect that response. So what is your prediction? Or better yet, do you know anything about your opponent?
No, not really. I haven't really looked into him that much. I've heard he's a kickboxer. I'm down for that.
Word.
I heard, I think he's a purple belt jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I've been working hard jiu-jitsu classes every day, so I'm ready for that too. So.
Well, you know what they say, when you punch a black belt, they become a brown belt. You know what I'm saying? If you're a purple belt, you punch and become a blue belt. Okay. But that's respectable. Come May 1st. And now that you saw the venue from the last fight card, it was one of the first times you came up with us, to Wyoming. Mm-hmm. You saw, the small little venue. You saw the stuff that Sparta's put it on, which they put it on great shows, and now you're gonna be a part of that. Just tell me a little bit of like how excited you are.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So not only seeing that the Sparta, the fight and everything for the first time, that was actually my first MMA fight that I've been to. I think it was amazing that I got to go there and actually be under the lights before I really get to be under lights, So, yeah. I mean, when I close my eyes, before I go to sleep every night, that's what I'm thinking about. That's the last thing on my mind before I go to sleep is this fight. I'm so ready for it, man. Like, you don't understand.
So, like, when you was there watching the fights, did you picture yourself in that cage? Did you was like visualizing and like, Was that getting your heart rate up? Because wait, did you know about this fight when that fight was happening?
Yes.
Okay. So you already knew you like it was gonna be your turn next.
Yeah, I was looking at everything. I was looking at you guys getting ready from the pad work, the warm up, the walkout, just after the fight. You know, I was just looking at everything and just picturing myself being there.
That's smart. That's extremely smart. I'm glad you did that. Actually, you're right, because I remember mentioning to you that you should come to this fight to get the lay of the land and to really understand what you're getting yourself into. So what is your aspirations with this sport?
So I plan on making a career out of this. This is really the only thing right now that I really find and enjoy waking up. You know, like this is what I want to do all day. In the future, I want to open up my own gym, something like you got going on right here, and just spreading the knowledge and just continuing to live it on, pretty much.
Well, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because obviously the last couple of days I've been talking about that, spreading the knowledge, building victory for you guys that's going to have not only a fight career but a post-fight career. And you know, and I talked about these things. So knowing that you have those aspirations, because it's the first time you're hearing this, I highly advocate you taking notes, writing down things that's happening in this gym. This game is always going to keep evolving, things keep changing, but having an understanding as you taking notes to build up that business plan or that game plan to get you to wherever you want to be. And I think, you know, come May 1st is going to be a big step, because I'm just a big advocate. If you're ever going to be a coach or run a gym, I think you should fight. It's funny that we got some coaches who don't have real fight experience, or even if they do, they have very minimum or very low level. So I would tell you, you know, to stay strong and get wherever you can get from the sport, and then take those experiences and pass it on to the next generation, if that's something you really see yourself doing in the future.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually I'm going to Pikes Peak Community College, and my degree is in business administration.
Word.
So
yeah, and we had that conversation earlier, talking to you, my son, David Payne, talking about how important a education is, even to a fighter. People think, well, I'm just gonna fight, you know, I don't need college. Well, I mean, I tell you what, man, your fight career is only gonna last so long. But a college education is something that nobody can ever take from you. That knowledge that you get on top of fight experience is just gonna make you a more well-rounded fighter, or a more well-rounded coach, or a combination of both. All right, so, you know, tell me, so this podcast is called Hardwork Bad Decisions, right? It speaks a little bit about, you know, things you put your passion into, you put your work into, but then it also talks a little about something like you've done bad, like you had to come back from, you know, bad decisions. So tell me something in your life that you had to overcome and get through to get you to the point that you're at now.
I'll say just jumping the gun on a lot of stuff, not being prepared. Like for instance, I don't live with my son right now, but that's something that I'm pushing to do, or pushing towards to every day. I try to go back to California and be closer to him, and kind of like got myself in a tight bundle money situation and stuff like that. So I would just say prepare more, like make sure I got a plan things out, and make sure I always have a backup plan as well.
Yeah.
So if something happens, if something comes up, I can say, oh, I got this too, you know. So
cool. So you have a son, and your son is how old?
He'll be 4 next month.
And what's his name?
Calais
Adams.
Yeah.
Calais Adams. Cool. And he lives in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you just finished visiting your son. I know you've been through a hard training camp. Your body was sore. And you was like, Coach, I'm going away for 3 days to go see my son. It's probably one of the best 3 days you ever had.
Yeah, it was amazing, man.
Yeah. Besides the fact you had the opportunity to see your son, you got some days off from training camp, which I think was great for you. You know what I'm saying? Because the training camp could beat your body down a little bit. So talk about that trip and spending that time with your son.
So actually it was in Florida.
Well.
Cut you off, but yeah, it used to be in California. He just moved to Florida a couple months ago, so.
You're right, and I knew that. You told me that, but like, you say California?
Yeah, that's my fault.
So I was thinking California.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it was my birthday as well, my birthday weekend.
Okay,
So,
dope.
but yeah, that Friday, man, I was feeling it from the training camp.
Yeah,
I was a
yeah.
little sore, you know,
Yeah.
here and there. So, I mean, it was a nice little recovery time. I feel like back in the gym now, man. I feel amazing.
Yeah.
But the trip overall was dope, man. We did a lot of fun things. I didn't see him for a couple months before that, so he was happy to see me.
That's good.
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure he was excited to see you, and people don't understand. Like, people think the fight is the hard part. A lot of times, fight is the fun part. That's the part you, like you said, you get to let go. It's that monotonous, that mundane, that everyday training camp that breaks people down. The training camp is what I think about. Like, damn, I gotta go through 8 weeks, sometimes longer, depending on the fight, maybe shorter. But that's the grueling part. Every day, I mean, sometimes twice a day. You know, a couple hours per day. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what breaks the body down, and sometimes the mind. So getting away on your birthday weekend to see your son, man, much props to you, man. I'm so happy for you, man.
It really cleared up my mind too.
Yeah. You put everything in focus. All right, so we wrap it up because we gotta go train.
Yep.
You know, get back to training. So once again, man, we got Alonzo Adams, who's gonna be fighting on May 1st on the Sparta card. You could come. It's in Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming. You could buy your tickets, or you could go to Sparta SE for sports and entertainment.com to order the pay-per-view. Make sure you put Adam's last name to get doing the coupon code section. Alonzo. She said Alonzo. Okay, you put Alonzo in a coupon code section so he could get some props for that. Cause that's the way these amateur fighters make money, is that when you pay for either tickets or pay-per-view, they get a kickback. And you know, I'm watching support them, man. So, you got anything else you want to say, man? Anybody you want to thank?
Well, first off, I want to thank you. I want to thank Victory.
No problem.
You guys, man, really helping me out. Good little friendship going. Good little family going. Yeah, that's it, really.
Nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love. All right, guys, that's all we got. Another episode of Hardwork Bad Decisions, the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it.
Cool.